So yeah, you mentioned you won your state championship, and we talked about that throughout. But you had your son on the team. So what was it like coaching your son?
I never thought of
both of you.
I never thought I would ever coach Billy. It never came in, and as you know, when he was in 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th grade, we sent him up to date. No one knew who I was. No one knew who Billy Allen was. No one who knew, some people knew who I was because we started doing okay, but they didn't know who Billy was. He made a lot of great friends along the way. But coaching Billy, I don't know if you ever heard of a guy named Joe Petrocelli.
Yes.
Winningest coach in Ohio. And Joe coached his son years ago at Dayton Alder. I said, Coach, what do you think about me coaching my own son? And I'm not going to say exactly what he said because I'm not sure if it's appropriate. But do you want some other dumb SOB coaching your son? So, and I said, well, you know what? There's a lot of good coaches. The story I have about this, 2 weeks into the practice that year, I'd had enough of it. I mean, I had enough of it. And I'm sure Adam Myers-White wanted to kick his butt. He probably came over close, probably threatened him a couple times. Adam and I talk about this all the time. Because I think he was getting you guys a little extra running in because Billy didn't know how to keep his mouth shut. And here he's a friend. But unfortunately for Billy, he had played against a lot of good players. I mean, he ended up playing against a lot of great players. And that time, I think he was ranked top 100, even though I never thought he was a top 100. Why? But why he was healthy. But at the same time, I tell my wife, after practice one night, Billy comes home with a card. His mother says, where's your dad? He's walking. Walking. So, and this is the second time by this happened. And I told Melanie, I said, I don't know if I can coach him because I can't have him. I said, I got a group. I found out during that summer, before that summer, that we had a barn burner. We were for real. Right. And I didn't want to mess it up. And I didn't care who it was. I didn't care if it was my son or Joe Henry. I didn't care who it was. And she said, I'll tell you what, Holly and I will drive down to Moeller. Took her 31 minutes to get to Moeller. Brandon, I'm not kidding you. The next night, Carl Kramer calls me. I'm thinking, what do you want, Carl? I'm thinking, how in the world does he know I'm thinking about sending Billy right now? Right now. Because if St. X, he's got to take a test. Because we thought about this. We did think about sending St. X just to get him away from me. And Carl says, how you doing? He called me about something. And I don't know what it was. And I don't remember. I said, Carl, I can't believe why you called. I said, I'm about ready to send Billy. He kind of hesitated. He said, you are? He said, I can tell you this right now. He'll be my first freshman that I'll ever play at the varsity level. He's more than welcome. I said, well, you may be able to give him maybe a state championship that maybe I can't. I don't know. So Billy knows all this. I said, Billy, you got to make a decision. You're going to listen to me and quit causing so much trouble. Or else you're going to Moeller. Well, he ended up staying. He said, I want to play for the Big Blue. Which, that was over the hump. And my mother-in-law finally told me, you need to keep your hands off my grandson. And I thought, during that year, I don't know if you knew, I took him in the shower room a few times, and he and I
had it out.
And, but I think after a while, I think you guys kind of accepted him. I mean, you didn't want no freshman lead. I mean, there for a little bit, he was the leading scorer coming off the bench.
Right.
And I think I even talked to you I said, now here lately, I haven't seen him get those passes. And I said, now I think you said, Coach, we'll take care of it. And you did. And you know what? You and Adam had a way of communicating with me that I knew it was going to be okay.
Right.
And it was okay. And, you know, as Billy and Casey and Gary and Verdell and Stevie Butler and Evan Depew and T. Rainey and I'm sure LaTwan Williams and Casey Brook, which were not starters. If you forgot somebody, remind me. But you five were a pretty good core.
Yeah.
I mean, you had a lot of experience from the year before because we got beat, by Moeller in the regional finals.
Yeah.
And we were worn out. That was just bad. I did a horrible job of coaching. I mean, that was the story within. That's when we started thinking about winning the state. Because I said to Brad, my assistant, Brad Curlin, which was Brad Curlin, Timmy Reed, Tom Vesley, Buddy McCullough. I mean, whoa, those are great guys. They just fit in every good spot. You know, I think it was like Derek Hunt's best buddy was Tom Vesley. Mm-hmm. You know, it just was. You know, he would look. You know, when Derek came off the bench, off the floor, he would still be mad. I would go talk to Coach Vesley and be fine. And so, you know, those coaches helped me. But Brad I said, bring a clipboard. Brandon, we actually wrote 7 pages of stuff. I felt that we weren't prepared for that game. Carl Kramer out-coached me on the tip-off. I mean, we were tired. I think we'd have gotten a little bit more rest playing that early game and all that stuff. And Moeller had a good team that year, but they had a better team the next year. Yeah. And guess what? We got the ring.
Right.
We got the ring.